Young men and women are drawn to violent armed groups by promises of adventure and building a new world order where they will have power and significance. But the reality is much darker. At the Security Council debate, U.S. Ambassador Samantha Power warned that terrorist groups such as the self-proclaimed Islamic State are showing increased sophistication in recruiting young people, especially on the internet.
The reality is that we are being outspent, outflanked, and out-innovated by terrorist groups intent on recruiting new young members. We have to catch up for their welfare and for our collective security.
Peter Neumann, director of the International Center for the Study of Radicalization in London, told the Council there are some 4,000 foreign fighters in Syria and Iraq from Europe alone. Many of them feel disenfranchised from Western society.
And if you do not feel you belong, if you don't feel you're part of your society, it becomes easier to leave. It becomes easier to hate.
Many of these young people make their way to the region to join the ranks of the Islamic State. Anthropologist Scott Atron recently interviewed young men in northern Iraq who had been part of that group.
They knew nothing of the Quran or the Hadith, or of the early caliphs, Omar and Othman, but had learned of Islam from Al-Qaeda and ISIS propaganda.
In Africa, poverty, unemployment, and conflict have attracted young people to Boko Haram, Al-Shabaab, and other militant groups. They have terrorized and kidnapped civilians, including scores of schoolgirls in northern Nigeria, and recently massacred 148 students at Garissa University in Kenya. Jordan's 20-year-old Crown Prince Hussein bin Abdullah chaired Thursday's debate. He said that while youth are most susceptible to this phenomenon, they can also be part of the solution. He said Jordan is ready to host an international conference on the role of young people in combating extremism and terrorism. Margaret Besheer, VOA News, the United Nations.